of last year, I landed my dream job and I was ecstatic. In fact, I was so keen to start it, I was perfectly willing to move 3 hours away from my family and completely move out, start my own life, get my own place, move out completely. Now, with this whole situation going on at the moment, and as companies' fate continues to ebb and flow and we don't really know what the future holds, my company have had all of us working from home. The good thing about that is they've worked out that we pretty much all can work from home, and that means we haven't got any need for an expensive office anymore, and that means we're permanently working from home. Even when this is all over, I'm not going to need to go to an office that's 3 hours away from home anymore. The upshot of all that is I don't need to have moved out. So what I'm doing is now going back up to where I moved out, getting all my stuff and moving back in with my family permanently. There's a very important member of the garage that we haven't seen in quite some time. Let's get on the road, we're very nearly there, and then we can get a little buddy of mine. There he is, look! Yes! 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 Good to see you again, mate. It's not even that filthy, it's been sat for 2 months. What a mad car. So filthy. I'm sorry, bud, don't worry. We're gonna sort all this out. This is where I lived for the last 9 months, is it? 10 months? No time to reminisce though, we've got to pack up everything I own. Where are my keys? I've lost my keys. I know I don't live here anymore, but that's not the point. Where the bloody hell are my keys? Seriously. Did I leave them in the door? Yes, I did. That is proof I'm not ready to be a real adult. I literally came in and left my key in the door. You can see my varying range of styles. We've got everything from casual Joe to winter Joe to smart Joe. These, there you go, failed Seicento mod here. So I ordered these canard things to go on the front bumper, and they looked plastic in the pictures. I thought, oh, that's good, they're plastic, they have some rigidity. They're rubber, they're not plastic, which means all that would happen is in the heat, they just bend and melt over time. Don't put Chinese canards on your car. There's deodorant, there's hairspray. You'd never know that I lived here, would you? I'm not saying I'm a hoarder, but I do appear to have 5 different tubs of hair wax. Right, I need to velcro this handle together. Hey, I got it. I can't lift it. I've got a valuable commodity here, I tell you. Toilet roll. That's worth its weight in gold at the moment. With everything bagged and boxed up, we can carry it down endless flights of stairs and down to the scenic. Loading the boot proves that my years of playing Tetris weren't wasted. With everything loaded in the scenic, it's time to bring the Super Seicento back to life. So first things first, it's got next to no fuel in it and it hasn't run for about 2 months. So a lovely bottle of Red-X to hopefully clear it out. And then 3 gallons of Tesco's Best petrol. While Dad does that, I check and inflate the tyres before popping the bonnet to reattach the negative strap that I removed when I took the car off the road. Oh, and I'm reminded quite how little access there is to the battery. Because some clever dick at Fiat in their infinite wisdom put the bloody negative terminal about 1 centimetre in from where the bulkhead is. After about a week tightening the nut up though, that is on as tight as you like. Tyres, fuel and battery sorted, it's time to see if it'll start after 2 months in hibernation. Oh yes. Just crank it over. It's trying to catch. Shall I go for it? Hey! There you go. There you go. Sat idle for 2 months and it just fires straight up. Love this car.
The Super Seicento runs like a champ, so with everything packed up, it's time to head home.
Well then, goodbye new life, hello old life, I suppose. You might be able to hear lots of weird clonking noises in the back, by the way. This car is currently full of roughly half my worldly possessions. Hence, there are some noises coming from the back with everything clonking together, and the rear shocks are reluctant to work at the moment, I think. So that's it then. June of last year, I packed up all my stuff and I moved out. I started a new life 3 hours away from my family, and now, 9 or 10 months later, I'm ending it. I'm moving back home again, but I've still got my dream job. Right, we are 85 miles into the journey home. We've got 65 left to go, and so far, touch wood, the Super Seicento, despite 2 months sitting on the driveway doing absolutely nothing and not moving, has been perfect. It stops well, it goes well, steering is just as sharp as ever it was, no warning lights, it's keeping a decent temperature of 82, 83 degrees cruising. This car's proven itself to be genuinely durable, being stored and still, yeah, proper grid machine as well. It's probably worth clarifying at this point what I'm doing with my life now, because I might not have been incredibly clear at the beginning of the video. I do still have a job. I still have a complete job. I'm working from home at the moment because we've got lockdown in the UK, although we don't know how long that's going to go on for. But my company seems to have worked out that because we all are perfectly capable of working from home, we don't really need an office to do it all in. Why do we have an office? So the plan is that from now on, we're all permanently going to work from home unless we have to travel to a photo shoot or to film a car or anything like that. The long and short of it is, I don't need to have moved away from home anymore. I don't need to be paying extortionate amounts of rent to live in a room that's 3 hours away from my family. So what that means is, for the first time since I've owned all my vehicles, the entire Miller Corner garage is going to be all together in the same place. The Super Seicento, the GTV, the Kawasaki, they're all going to be in the same place, looking awesome, being awesome, and it means I can take my time doing stuff to them, because obviously I don't have a commute anymore, so to speak, and even if I do, I've got 2 cars and a bike to choose from to do it. I can take my time with mods, I can take my time with improvements, with fixing things, changing things. It doesn't have to be done in the space of about a day and a half, and it needs to be safe and drivable at the end of it. I can take my time, we can take weeks to do stuff if we need to, and that's right, in terms of mods and in terms of videos for you lovely lot, we're back to the olden days, people. There will be videos every week, there will be more extensive mods being done, there will be more work being done to now both of my cars and my bike as well. And what we're going to do now is another 60 miles home.
The journey home proves easy, as the Super Seicento sips fuel and makes it back without a single problem.
And that's it. We're home for good. You might notice it's a different day. It was pouring with rain when we got home. Get over it. So now we're home for good. The gang's all here, and that means we can crack on with making that and that even more awesome. It's going to be a fair few weeks before we do anything on the Super Seicento, because I do want to get the Alpha wrapped up and finished first, but don't you worry, when it is, this little nugget will be a regular feature once again. But for now, I've actually got a fair few bits to do on the GTV. I mean, for a start, where's my bloody rear wheel gone?